Putin is fucking cuck. No. He's big cuck of all Europe. Hit him. But hey guys, welcome everyone. By the way,
Super.
none of you guys know that was our 112th take. Remember, David, we don't deal with facts. We just go along with what I said.
Yeah,
This was like
me and Dennis have actually been sitting here for like 3 hours.
Trying to just wondering how to like start this episode. So welcome guys to a very news alert from us about everything I guess that's been going on over internationally, specifically obviously in the Ukraine. Today's gonna be we're gonna mix in some laughs with this episode, but I feel as if just because of how at least significant the events are, what's going on within the Ukraine, we're probably just gonna have an episode about what's going on for today. I wanted to talk about the release of the Steam Deck today, but then Putin had to be a cuck and ruin my plans and invade a sovereign nation. So I guess I can't do that until next week, I suppose.
Apparently the joysticks on it are drifting already.
Are they already? Oh,
yeah.
But Gabe already said that they're already working on a number 2. So, but here's the thing. This is the reason why. Like something that
Okay.
something that at least my dad taught me was that because he's a big car guy, he always said never get the first model that comes out for a car. You wait for the next a version that comes out the year after, because that fixes all the interlating kinks and bugs that come with the first one. So it's the same for even electronics. You don't go for the first one unless like you're just like a diehard fan of it. But I mean, the Switch, that took them a while to make a new edition for it, so.
And it still drifts, but I mean, unless that car is Russian, which it very likely isn't, in which case you're probably not going to buy one because of a lot of them sanctions that are going on right now. So we're at Double D News right now, guys, the Double D Experience. Sometimes Ukrainian, sometimes Russian, but never caught in the middle.
But always two dumbasses talking about a war that clearly, like, it won't affect me unless the nukes fly, but like...
Yeah.
So, but
we're gonna make that abundantly clear right
Yeah.
now. Like anybody, like any youngins listening to this, what if they draft me? Like that's that tiny. I can't even like you can't see it because we got the webcams right now. But like it's how teeny tiny of a micro sliper. Like I'm talking about Kim Jong-un cock-sized, teeny tiny little chance that would fucking happen. Is so minuscule. America has literally the largest military in the world volunteer already. That's not gonna happen unless fucking Chinese ground forces and like Korean ground forces like go in there and shit.
I also have to say it's so funny. Like guys, we're gonna like just maybe
you want to get this out of the way?
No, but I guess like I just want to also say like it was so funny how like once the invasion kicked off, like I believe it's on the 24th. Everyone became a geopolitical expert overnight somehow. Everyone just started all coming out and saying like, yeah, this was already in the works. This was already like 10 years in the making. And I mean, based off of at least the Wikipedia research that I did, apparently it does seem to be because like we already had like the telltale signs from even 2014. So, I mean, It's already been bubbling under the surface. And now Putin just decided, just doing the Hail Mary and just going, fuck it, let's go in and...
And if you have been living under a rock, just to very briefly say, obviously everybody knows the news that's going on, but if you don't, literally Russia invaded the Ukraine
on the
recently.
So on the 24th of February, Russia essentially launched a... such a pussy way of saying it. Launched a special military operation.
That is what they call it.
That's literally what they fucking called it. I could not like just help but... read this, like, dude, I mean, I get it. I feel as if you have to be like a certain type of scum to like be in a authoritarian regime's I guess like be their social media and news outlet like guy. Like you really have to be a special type of scum to like kind of go and like clearly not say that it is a an unwarranted, or I guess what do you call it, an unprovoked attack or a preemptive strike against a foreign nation, but instead we're going to call it a special military operation. I mean, dude, it's, as we all know about authoritarian regimes, they love to spin this shit like in their own narrative because it's how they work. It's the game. It's the authoritarian regime game. So, I mean, I'm not faulting them for that, but obviously as any outsider looking into this, like everyone, I think no matter how even right-leaning you are, I feel or even just anywhere on the spectrum you kind of lie on, everyone knows that this is not just a special military operation. This is a straight up invasion of another country from an aggressor. It is exactly the way I've stated it. And there's a lot that happened over the last like 5 days since the invasion kicked off on the 24th.
Yeah, for instance, everybody is now a geopolitical expert on social media,
especially on Russian and Ukrainian relations. Like the
one that's clearly on the other side, the clean on the other side of the fucking planet, which you have probably been to plenty of time. Like, shut the fuck up, Karen. You live in Rhode Island.
Yeah,
like, you don't know. Stops like tweeting, "Stay safe, everyone," as if this shit is happening in your backyard.
I mean, the way I
hate that.
The way I even looked at it too, it's like, if you got relatives and shit that are Ukrainian, you got like stakes. Like you actually got like personal stakes in this whole thing because you got family over there. You have like,
like my friend who is Russian.
Like grandparents or whoever, like who are in this. They're fighting even. Like like go ahead, like say whatever you need to say. Especially since like I even forgot. But Jersey has a pretty big Ukrainian demographic over here, specifically in apparently Mercer County, which I did not know until recently. And this is also something that I found out about that I just couldn't help but at least like go like, NJ best state, let's go, was essentially Ukraine's official Twitter page. Their guy who runs it, he follows no other state's Twitter except fucking New Jersey. And dude, I low-key became like a bit of a troll after I heard that. And I mean, in light of everything, I guess, like, it's
a little bit
in bad taste, perhaps, but I've been going on so many other people's like sort of like on Reddit and just kind of going like, yo, your shit don't mean, it means jack shit because Ukraine loves us and not you. Fuck you guys. Especially dude, they're not even they don't even follow New York. They don't even follow New York, which kind of blows my mind because I mean, like, why wouldn't you follow New York? It's fucking New York. But
they're about that Taylor ham.
They about that sunny New Jersey state, my guy. They're about the Garden State. And so
Gabagool, comrade.
and and this whole like thing kind of I think well, I guess we'll talk about like certain events here and there that happened, but like I think one thing I kind of just want to go on and say was that I think this is one of the first few wars that we've seen in recent memory where I think social media has been used to such an extent where it's like garnered huge international support. I mean, there have been other countries that have been obviously invaded before. In recent memory too, we still got wars going on overseas, especially like conflicts in Africa and even, I mean, I guess we're not there anymore, but, back in the day also in Afghanistan. But at least for what I've seen with the coverage of the Russia-Ukrainian war was that, at least in the 5 days that it's been going on, was that like, dude, I've been seeing just video after video from Ukrainian soldiers, Ukrainian even citizens about like, what they're doing over there. I saw like plenty of them like, making Molotov cocktails all together, like as a group, just like a fuck ton of them, like all like just making these deadly fireballs to throw at like fucking Russians.
Yeah. There's some teachers who literally said that was the only fucking like homework for their students was to like make Molotov cocktails, bro. And it's like,
what if you made like a poor Molotov cocktail? Do you get like a failing grade if like it doesn't like go off properly?
Failing grade is that your face melts off because it exploded prematurely. It's like with Ahmed, the dead terrorist, when like that's how he died. Is that he set the timer for 40 minutes, but then it went off in 4 seconds. And totally fucked that one up.
And I think
no virgins for you, big man.
The president, I think it should be said, holy fucking shit. Ukraine's president is
I want to fuck him.
is a very like a once in a maybe like once in a century type of like leader you'd see. And I'm gonna be frank, I don't think there's really been any like two memorable leaders in our history in the year of 2000. Strictly speaking, I don't really think we've had anyone that is like wait who is I feel as if as memorable as this guy as far as like what he's doing. This guy is not hiding in a bunker. He's not fucking just hiding away somewhere with his staff and like directing the war. This guy's actually still in fucking Kiev. He's with the troops. He's literally talking with them. He's fucking having dinner with them. And I mean, if it's a PR thing, it's done very well. I don't know. You can't say nothing about it in the sense that like this guy
like
is,
that one Miss Ukraine who was holding like a fucking airsoft rifle for like her Instagram.
Oh my god, yeah, exactly. All these influencer cunts.
My god.
Yo, one thing that I saw that dude, I'm not on Twitter too long, but one thing that I saw too was like all these OnlyFans cunts like that are trying to like profit off of the war by gaining like new followers and like dude, it was the most scummiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Influencers are the top 5 worst human beings on the face of the fucking planet, and they are wasting my oxygen even though they're nowhere near me.
Dude, if it's like, it's one thing though when you're literally using a war as a platform to advertise whatever the fuck you're bringing to the
whatever
table.
Your brand is.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, whatever your brand, especially OnlyFans, like creators and such, like thing, like doing all that shit. Like, I mean, I don't follow any of you, but you know, and I don't know if any of you do follow this podcast, and maybe every now and then, perhaps. But if you do that, you're kind of a fucking big ass cunt in my book, and whatever it's just one of those things. Like, I feel as if you just don't do. You know, just fucking say all the we support Ukraine shit and then just shut the fuck up, or like just don't talk about it. Like if you're that kind of person, I feel
because it's the same as when. Go ahead.
Because like I also just feel like if you're like an influencer already, like I don't know, like I mean, look, I like to think maybe 5% of influencers are like decent people. I don't know, maybe like that's way too much of a like margin. It's optimistic, sure. But I like to think maybe there's a couple of them that just like aren't assholes. But I also feel like if let's say if your job is to be an influencer already, everyone automatically thinks whatever you use as a platform is gonna obviously not benefit others, but benefit you. Which automatically makes me think, oh, okay, like, you know, this person clearly doesn't give a shit. I mean, they clearly don't give a shit. I mean, that's a given. Because all they want in the end is their bottom line to be bigger. That's it. Yeah. Which is, you know, followers, clicks, and likes, and fucking, you know, money and such, you know, whatever. But I don't know, man. If I was like, let's say, a company that, let's say, had a lot of influencers that did a lot of, like, social media exposure about, like, let's say, our products, and I heard this one person's, like, using the Russia-Ukraine war to, like, kind of just boost themselves. I don't know, man. I'd feel even scummy just even being associated with them in that whole respect. Like,
it depends on their business philosophy, because some of them might be like any press, like any publicity is good publicity, and some of them might want to do a little bit more damage control over something like that. And I will say, I mean, there were people like who were pointing out that it was an airsoft gun or whatever. If it wasn't, and I was wrong about that, whatever, then like, but I doubt she was out there doing that. I mean, a lot of people are obviously leaving Kiev. Among other things.
Yeah, literally.
But it's the same thing as, like, you know, when COVID first started and you had people, like, walking up and taking, like, those, like, wide-eyed, like, pictures looking at, like, all, like, the new, like, closed restaurants and shit like that. Like, oh, my God, it's so terrible. And then as soon as, like, they you know, were done with that, left, got back in their car, took their mask off, and then just fucking, like, walked away as if nothing had happened. And to a lesser extent, it's relatively similar to when any sort of global event happens. And, like, I'm not going to fault people for, like, using social media and whatnot to come together. But a lot of the people who fucking... And this is not to gatekeep people being anti-war. Like, obviously, if you don't know where it is, it's fine. But, like, you know, what countries are... What countries are next to Ukraine besides Russia? Because I genuinely feel like the average American would not be able to fucking tell you.
No.
Not that that's any excuse to gatekeep them not wanting a war.
No,
that,
exactly. If you're going out of your way to like be aware and like at least just be educated, that's fine. But don't go on your fucking shitty ass Twitter and Reddit platforms and just go on and say like that somehow you became an expert overnight over this because you heard it from some guy off of the internet, or if you read it off of Wikipedia. Like, and I know it's also maybe a bit hypocritical hearing two dumbasses talking about this war because again, this barely like affects us in any real sort of physical way because we have no stakes in it. And
yeah,
but at the same time though, like I'm not going off on this platform and trying to say, or even trying to virtue signal at all about it, because I've been posting memes for the last couple days about this whole thing because they're honestly genuinely funny. And another thing is that I feel as if like maybe it's like those days have passed where like perhaps like you can't be even on social media like neutral about something like this, just because at the very least like we have echoes of this from even during World War II, during the early years before even the war started. I.e., how Hitler was also gobbling up all these other countries that literally could not defend themselves. And I hate to draw like historical comparisons like that because I feel as if like the world has changed so fucking much over the last like since like 45 over the last like 80 years.
Changed everything.
It changed everything.
World War II changed everything,
that,
bro.
and also the fact that the world has changed over the last 80 years. Like it's changed so fucking much. Even like as far as how the war, like how wars are conducted on the home front, with social media being like the beast that it is. Like I think like it's much more of an engine than even normal propaganda was way back when, because I mean, the method that they had back in the day was obviously they had newspapers, they had like political cartoons, they had every now and then like radio broadcasts, speeches made by their leaders, like the methods back in the day, I guess you could even say like are about as similar maybe to how it is now, but it's just on such a massive like a bigger scale than it was 80 years ago. And I think one thing that I feel, especially that the last 5 days have kind of proved, is that it's really touchy having, let's say, even authoritarian regimes on platforms such as this, because Russia, I think, see in my notes, big tech companies such as Google, Apple, and even Facebook have done measures to sort of prevent the spreading of Russian misinformation about the war. And I also even feel too, which is kind of, David kind of scoffed a little bit there, because at the same time,
that's a first for Fuckerberg.
It's a first, but at the same time, because I do agree, it's a first.
I did hear that time. I actually did hear that staticky echo when you said that real quick. I wonder what that is.
Might be
Weird.
the mic, I guess.
Poor old Yeti.
I'm gonna get.
Are you crapping out there, old girl?
It's getting old. I'm gonna be getting a AR 2020 mic eventually. So
that sounds like a fucking rifle.
Yeah.
That sounds like a rifle. That sounds like what like fucking Biden is like supplying the Ukraine with right now.
Show up to Ukraine with a fucking microphone. It's I'm here. Where's Putin? I'm gonna kick his ass. Like. Show up with like sharpened mics. Show up with like a sharpened mic stand. It's like, where the fuck is the Russians? I'm here to kill. I'm gonna kill Russians and fuck pierogies. Wait, no.
And I'm all out of pierogies.
And I think especially like a lot of people, especially there was that one. I think that one journalist who basically went to she basically ranted to Boris Johnson during like a press conference, and essentially like just went off about like how like you're not doing anything. There's women and children being bombed, just loss of life like everywhere as far as the conflict is concerned. And it's really weird to also talk about this, I suppose, as two Americans, because again, I don't have any Ukrainian friends. I'd like some if y'all are out there. And
not to antagonize anybody here, but to add on to your point right there, the journalists, you know, I mean, I'm sure there are good ones out there who are just trying to like bring the truth to the people. Obviously, there's reports out of Kiev and and whatnot out of the Ukraine about the stuff that's going on out there. If there weren't, nobody would be talking about this, obviously. Let alone the amount of people who remember the first the Ukrainian Civil War that happened when me and you were I think you were out of high school by that point. But when I was in high school, the first one that happened because Putin was actually giving the leader of Ukraine at the time advice on how to run the country. They didn't like it. The people didn't like it and they rebelled, to TLDR that, I suppose. But talk about, NBC's war reporter here, and I hate even saying that, it's Richard Engel. If you know him. The guy is an American journalist and author who's pretty much the chief foreign correspondent for NBC News. He was essentially like the network's like Middle East correspondent. And he's kind of dumb. In the sense that, like, let me go to this real quick, because I'm not sure if he deleted it, because he got fucking clowned on for it. This was his tweet that he tweeted last night, as of February 28th. He said, "Perhaps the biggest risk calculation / moral dilemma of the war so far. A massive Russian convoy is about 30 miles from Kiev." Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Kiev or Kiev?
I've heard Kiev.
It's with an I, so I think it's Kiev. Yeah, it's with Kiev. The U.S. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. The U.S. / NATO could likely destroy it, but that would be direct involvement against Russia and risk everything. Does the West watch in silence as it rolls? I hate that last sentence. I hate it because here's the thing with this guy. He has gone on record. I remember when like the fucking the Iraq War was like, sort of in like the heart of it, and he was even like reporting one of the sentences like in his reports with that like, no doubt careers will be started here. That's one thing that he actually said in some of his reports, and it kind of lets you know where this guy's energy is. It's very Frank Westy. If you know what I mean there, like I've covered wars, Frank West is the protagonist of Dead Rising 1 who, covers the zombies and shit like that.
Like you have a boost in credibility because you've covered wars.
Exactly, and that's essentially this guy's job. So everybody in the comments was like literally saying like, dude, is this not your job? Like, do you want World War III to start? Because that is how you fucking start World War III.
Maybe.
There's a reason that what these Western countries are doing are providing all these sanctions and economic sanctions and essentially blocking Russia from getting supplies, doing a lot of the things.
Or even transferring funds like internationally too. So
yeah, which is causing a lot of Russians right now to literally try to pull all their money out of their banks right now.
Yeah, there was that one telltale like clip everyone saw, like of those people all lined up near the ATMs just trying to get the fucking money out of there.
And people are suffering as they are wont to do, which a lot of Russians have actually been arrested for protesting this war as far as that conflict goes as well.
I really felt bad for the Russian people in that respect because
me too.
I feel as if a good chunk of them, at least even let's say the ones that haven't drank the Putin Kool-Aid, the Putin media driven media,
the Kool-Aid,
the pool, they haven't the people who haven't drank the Kool-Aid, like a lot of them are at least like smart enough to realize like, what the fuck are we fighting this for? A lot of them, like, I think even,
that's what I was gonna ask you, like, why are they doing this? Because I have some ideas, but you're the historian here.
I think it is just simply, like, everyone's been saying it for years, and I think it's so odd that, like, people didn't start to maybe realize it fully until, like, I guess, like, now. But, people have been saying it for a long time already, but, like, essentially that Putin wants to reclaim the old territories of the USSR. And over the last couple of years, he's been setting up like puppet governments, like all around, like let's say the previous Soviet territories that kind of broke away after the fall of the Soviet Union. So when I guess like he really is like, he doesn't call himself it, but everyone fucking knows he's the dictator of Russia, not the president, because a president usually has terms, but this guy says, "Oh, I'll just make another term."
It's been 22 years. Yeah, from what I know, actually. Even my Russian friend said that. The one who, who heard what I said and, initially was, hurt because she thought I meant something else. Even when we were talking in our car before that, she's like, yeah, he's been president for, and she said president pretty loosely, for, 22 years.
Everyone feels it, man.
Yeah.
Every Russian.
I literally even asked her because I didn't know anything. I'm like, I thought he was elected. And then, initially, and then she was like, no, I don't think so. Was he? No, right?
I mean, well, at least from what I've read about the guy, he, when he first came into power, it was like, fuck my hand.
Oh, I saw that. That shook your whole desk.
I punched my desk by accident. I was, lifting up my fucking pants sleeve because it's kind of hot in my fucking room. But, yeah, I'm just gonna let my glazy legs, just shimmer in the light real quick. But, I mean, a lot of the guys that are in the current Russian Federation, they all were a lot of them were ex-Soviets. So there is the energy from the Soviet Union has never really left, I guess you could say, the Federation, which is what Russia's current government is now. And not to mention even Putin was also a guy, he was ex-KGB, as also a lot of people know about the guy. And as far as even wait, David, what was your question again?
I was asking, I was asking this question on behalf of probably just the average American or just the average young person is, why does Russia want to take Ukraine? Why does Putin want to take Ukraine?
It's just imperialism.
My initial thought was he just wanted he wanted access to a body of water that wasn't fucking frozen.
He got that with the Crimea.
Yeah,
so that's why, I think it's just
it's the biggest country in the fucking world, man, and it's not enough.
It's plain old imperialism. It really is. There's really no other explanation for it, I feel. And the guy has been nothing but I guess what people call a strong man for so long that he doesn't have any other way. He doesn't know any other way to function as a world leader, I feel.
Yeah, I miss when Americans were memeing on this guy for just riding shirts, riding fucking horses, shirtless.
And wrestling bears and shit.
Yeah, and then they were admiring him for that, oh, he's such true Russian, but then when he does this, it's true. Yeah. What do you know what that means? Are you from Russia? Do you know any Russian people? Yeah, exactly. Probably not.
But I mean, that's just the fact of memes as well, I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone just always memes on shit that barely even understand, and if it has a punchline and it's funny enough, obviously people are gonna laugh about it. And same, I'll even go on to say, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but I've done the same way too. A lot of the memes that have come out of this whole thing for the last 5 days have been really funny in my opinion, and I've been reposting it too because it's stuff that I find funny. It just really, there is no other way to say it. But
let's get an F in the chat for my boy Johnny Sins out there fighting the good fight.
That was someone's grandfather, David.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, okay, so that's what you think it is, just straight up imperialism.
Because at the same time, the Russians didn't really, if you really look back at the history, they didn't really wait too long to kind of try to retake those old territories. Even after the fall, I think 94 is when they went into Chechnya. I might probably get my events mixed up there, but and over the years after that, they've just been steadily reclaiming a lot of those lost territories. And I don't know, it's also really funny too, because people love to say that the Soviet Union, even towards the end, was all about communism. In my opinion, it really stopped being about communism after Lenin died, I feel. Because at that point, after Lenin died, Stalin took over, and then Stalin was just kind of always trying to have all the power circulating around him. Because even though he was only their considered the general secretary, which was I guess which at first was just a fucking desk job, believe it or not. Lenin actually gave him that job because Lenin was actually kind of scared of what the fuck Stalin might do, because he noticed that Stalin's it's a little scary. I should probably like kind of maybe neuter his political power and just give him a desk job. But that desk job was what essentially was the main thing that led him to power, because he was the one that basically would write all the appointments and shit.
Right.
So he was the reason why that essentially, like, that in that position as well was the reason why that Trotsky at that point basically got exiled, because there was a whole funeral that was going on for Lenin, and Trotsky got the wrong date because fucking Stalin wrote that, oh yeah, the funeral's gonna be this date at this time. But the funeral had already happened 4 days prior to when, like, a couple days prior before his date. So everyone thought, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, is Trotsky, like, who was also a pretty big supporter of Lenin, like, he's really not showing up? Like, where the fuck is he? And then he shows up 4 days later. It's like, hey, man, hey, guys, sorry, like, you know, missed the funeral. And then everyone knows what happened to Trotsky. He had a fucking ice pick under his fucking head after he got exiled.
For you who ruined everything my revolution was doing to stop the bourgeoisie.
And the thing is, too, is that a lot of those old, like, Soviet leaders, even let's say after Stalin, like, it really wasn't, in my opinion, for them about communism. Because it ended up being that a lot of these guys were just really after money. A lot of them just had, like, a fuck ton of stakes in everything. And it really stopped being about communism after, like, I think Lenin, in my opinion. Because everyone also, I don't know, if not everyone, but if you're a Ukrainian, you probably know your history. Everyone knows about the Holodomor. Everyone knows about, like, essentially the, like, Holocaust on steroids that Stalin essentially inflicted on the people of the Ukraine, or people of Ukraine during that time, which was essentially, like, just a massive, like, region-wide famine that killed millions. Yeah, they killed millions. And, like, people I know, like, love to color Hitler as, like, the ultimate bad guy, but like, Hitler's brand of evil was just somehow even more evil than Stalin at that point. And we also, like, you know, just
probably because his was about religion. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
And maybe at face value, people thought just like, oh, that's what's really evil. You're not just gonna let people believe what they want, not knowing that, like, what Stalin was doing and, like, the people.
Well, he was killing his own people,
which was also more people than Hitler actually killed.
Yeah, like, if the
was for a different reason. It was for power, which kind of makes you think about communism, and when it's really fully implemented, how really has the power at the fucking end of it, huh?
It does. It all depends on who also, like, is the like, let's say the leader of, like, let's say that type of government, because Castro, as everyone knows, is probably one of the most successful communist leaders in recent memory, air quotes on that. And we all, like, at least can I think someone I read up somewhere that people were saying that, like, even his regime too stopped really being about communism, like, as soon as he got into power, essentially. And I mean, for any Cubans that are listening to this, and, you know, David also being one of them, I'm not too familiar with Cuban history in that regard, but at the very least, from what I've seen, and from what at least you can kind of tell from a glance, just from even reading, like, a Wikipedia article about, like, Cuban history, like, after the revolution and when Batista got kicked the fuck out, I don't really think it was really that much about communism, considering how much personal wealth I also feel like him and Raul essentially garnered over the years. And none of that was given to the people. None of that.
He took my grandfather's business.
Yeah, like, none of that was ever really given back to the people. And I don't think Cuba was, like, a third world hellhole by that point either. But at the same time, like, there was never this crazy distribution of wealth that you know, communism sort of states and kind of believes in after the revolution. In fact, I even feel as if, like, the culture of Cuba still stayed strong, but, like, just the economy and everything was just, like, it reached the point where they had to open up again for the U.S. And everyone kind of remembers when Obama visited Cuba, like, all those years ago, and I think, like, talked to the corpse that was fucking Raul at the time, and essentially talks of, like, kind of reopening their, well, I guess their borders, but reopening, I guess, like, trade between the two countries.
Yeah.
Because Cuba really fucking needed it.
Yeah.
So
that's usually how these things go. So your argument here is that, like, communism even when it's implemented successfully, is a lot more so about the revolution, because once it's in, it's like, what the fuck do we do now?
Well, it's also because I feel as if for a lot of like leaders like that, like who use the movement as like a platform to gain support and also like, you know, to gain a lot of followers, they don't really truly believe in it, I feel.
Exactly. If you look at the history of like communist like revolutionaries, it's like, look what they do afterwards.
Yeah. Like
look at these people afterwards every time. Fucking Guevara. What about that one? Che Guevara, the one that all you dumb fuckers out there are wearing, like, you know,
shirts,
these capitalist-produced, like, shirts on. I want to fucking actually... Remy goes... She went off to me about that once. She talked to me for so long on the... not to spoil anything, because it's still not out yet, but, like, on the new... I am the guest on the new season premiere of the Gigless podcast, whenever that's going to come out. Fucking spoilers. Sorry. Taking too long to get it out, Dane, so I have to fucking... We've had 2 guest plans fall out on us, like, you know, because people are taking their sweet ass time. And, yeah, because she went off to me about that forever. Not even just the Che Guevara shirts, but, like, all these, like, fake-ass people who, like, think they know about Cuba, but they don't.
Or even communists.
Even my ex-girlfriend's mom once talked my ear off to me about it for, like, an hour, like, straight up about how much of a fucking piece of shit pussy he actually was.
Yeah.
And,
fucking guy died in a jungle.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And, you know, again, you know... that imperialism, what's it gonna bring about? Like, does he really just want to be the guy to just, like, recreate the Soviet Union? You know what I mean?
He just wants the original borders.
Seems the fucking Russian people don't even fucking want that.
This
you know what I mean? And that's why I'm looking at pricks like Richard Engel, right? Who essentially wants war for his business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which I was about to say, like, he wants World War III because he knows it's gonna make him money. It's the same.
It would make him rich.
It's the same reason why that I do not believe that any of these news outlets from way back when during 2016 when that election was going on, I do not believe for a fucking second that none of these guys wanted him to be president. Especially even CBS, NBC, all those guys. Like, I know for a fact, like,
Trump was a gold mine for these
exactly. That's what I'm
people.
saying.
Are you kidding?
They all knew that. Oh, if this guy gets elected, yo, it's gonna be pay day for us.
Dude, I'm going to... Oh, shit, I almost knocked over my motherfucking mini fridge. Dude, when I was at Montclair, and I will tell you this as a communication and media arts graduate, from literally one of the top CMDA schools in the fucking country, I unfortunately, in my tenure at that facility, wasn't doing the stuff that I should have been, like doing like radio stuff or whatever, because I had no idea how to get involved in that shit. They said it was easy and to just ask, but it wasn't. It felt really inclusive to me. Could be wrong about that. But these fucking people, oh my god. It's like, I was just discovering myself, what I wanted to do. I fell in love with screenwriting there. Long term, I think I knew deep down I wanted to be a voice actor, and I knew that I could be great at that. All we fucking talked about was Trump, because I unfortunately went to that place during... Literally right as Trump got elected, actually. My first semester of that place was in December of 2016. That is, when Trump got elected and stuff. And they didn't care about, like, any of the bad shit that he was necessarily doing, or I want to say...
Or gonna bring to the table, like, in the future if he got elected.
I want to say that as liberal as these people are, they probably did, but what the actual higher-ups at that place were really concerned about, they just wanted whatever fucking journalist that took down, quote-unquote, Trump to be from Montclair. That's all they cared about at the end of the day. They just wanted... They shoved PR and, like, fucking press releases and, like, what's the word I'm looking for? What am I thinking? Why am I, like, forgetting the abbreviation for PR right now? Fucking, public
relations.
Public relations, thank you. They shoved that down our throats so much. We had to go to these colloquium series where basically we had to listen to people talk about this. And there was some diversity in there as well. We could go to ones that were more so about film or other stuff, but most of it was about journalism. And I had no fucking interest. Zero. None. Nada in being a fucking journalist. But they shoved it down our throats so much because they wanted that so bad to be the case. And again, a little bit of that came out in Richard Engel here. Right? A little bit of that came out in this fucking tweet because he literally ended it with saying, "Does the West watch in silence as it rolls?" Like, he was trying to turn people into saying, like, yeah, America, we should intervene. Like, dude, you're a fucking war expert. You claim to be a war expert in journalism. You literally, do you fucking realize the goddamn implications of that? Do you realize that?
Because, like, look, we all
I'm not going out there. Soon as that draft office opens up, it is maximum autism overdrive. I will start drooling. I will cross my eyes.
Look at your Twitter and it's like, nah, I don't think he's fit for service. Yeah.
Not my Twitter. I will literally like I have Asperger's, which I actually do. Like I will just I have Asperger's and it makes me really, really, really dumb. Like I will exaggerate it. Like I'll be like fucking D in like the episode where like they're trying to get fucking crack in Always Sunny. Like I'll come into the fucking welfare office with my helmet. Like, you know, like I'll try to drool. I'll just start touching shit everywhere, like that's not even mine. Like go, like just make like maximum noises, cause I'm not fucking going, not for this. Especially since the Ukrainian president, in Zelensky, seems to just not fucking need anything. He seems to just be like, you know,
what did he say?
Fighting off the Russians just with the girth of his cock.
What was that? What was that one quote? One quote. They like, I think the EU or someone basically offered him, like basically, to get the fuck out of there. Like they were saying like, okay, like we'll like airlift you.
Yeah, aren't they seeking to
Yeah,
join
they
the
gave
union?
the application yesterday. Or I think it was today or yesterday, yeah. So
yeah, but aren't there like how many countries are in between them? Am I wrong? None, right? Is it just Poland?
Poland, yeah, and then maybe Romania down there as well, like down in like their southern border. So like
fucking
Poland
Scotland,
and then yeah.
Fucking Scotland can't get out of the United Kingdom, but they're gonna let Ukraine into the EU.
But the British left though. They're the one. They
oh, that's right.
Left.
I'm dumb.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
They voluntarily left.
I'm dumb. But not as dumb as that fucking decision was.
So
anyway,
guys, we don't deal with facts on this fucking podcast, even though we're kind of doing like a news alert about this whole thing. So you know, just kind of I'm just saying this. I'm gonna just say this. If you guys are taking your current events from two retards on a podcast, you're even dumber than these two retards. I'm sorry.
Well, you actually have credibility as a historian, though.
No, but as far as this though, like it's so current events still. Like it's,
well, yeah, that's
like,
not
as
history.
far as maybe the basis of it, maybe I do know something, but I'm not gonna go off on here and like say like that I'm a self-proclaimed expert on this because that is some murky water that I do not want to wade into. About
I'm also very thankful that we live in the time that we do, you know, where sanctions are the things that are being done to stop this. And for those of you who don't know what that is, you know, economic sanctions and whatnot is just like, you know, we mentioned earlier, stuff like halting trades and all this other stuff. And as Dennis mentioned, the how do you pronounce it? The ruble?
Yeah, the ruble.
The ruble, thank you, has tanked. What was the statistic that you sent to me about the video game currency?
Oh,
because I think that's the best way to explain it to our audience, if we're being completely honest, as to just how low the value of the ruble is now.
Where the fuck is it? I sent this. Oh, yeah, so Russian ruble is now worth less than the Robux video game currency.
Holy shit.
So take that with a grain of salt, but I don't think it's also that far out of like the realm of possibility, considering like if anyone's seen a fucking graph in the last like 2 days, dude, it's just a precipitous fall right now. Just into the fucking past the Earth's crust and into the very core of the fucking planet itself. Like that's how fucking low it's going.
As we mentioned like about a half hour ago, you've probably seen those videos at this point of those insane lines at the ATMs in Russia and whatnot, because they're literally trying to jump ship. They're trying to get their money out before they can't. And, you know, before, like, because obviously, you know, it's the citizens that always suffer when these things come about. Putin doesn't give a fuck about that. He's not doing this for the good of Russia. He's doing this, you know, again, because it's imperialism and he just wants to take
it for himself.
He's doing it. He's doing it for what believes. He's trying to take back what he believes is rightfully his. And that's why a lot of people are kind of upset about that. And I'm just thinking about Zelensky out here talking with the soldiers and, like, you know, fighting this good fight and everything. Meanwhile, our last president before Biden incited an insurrection to the fucking Capitol and then didn't even partake. He hid in a fucking bunker when all that shit was going down. I'm thinking about that. You know, I'm just like, you know, I've just that's the disparity. Apples and oranges.
That's why I'm even saying, like, yo, as far as world leaders go, like, the bar was set so low already, but at the same time, like, you know,
why do you think Biden won? Like, Biden's approval rating is actually really low right now, but everyone was like, he's not Trump. They gave him Person of the Year before he was even the fucking president, just because he's not Trump.
But, you know,
that's literally why they did it.
It's also because, like,
him and Kamala.
Yeah, like news outlets love their demons, and they also love their
But
heroes
if
too.
anything, 2020, how did the fuck did you not fucking give the People of the Year awards to the fucking frontline nurses, the doctors who were fighting
Yeah.
this fucking pandemic for something that we didn't even have a vaccine for yet? But no, you gave it to Biden. Just because he's literally not Donald Trump.
I think at that point he didn't even do anything either.
He wasn't the president yet.
He just stepped in and was just.
literally
It's like they were just like waiting. Like these guys, like at Time Magazine and shit, were just like waiting. Like, okay, does he win? Did he win? Did he win? And like the results came around. He won. Okay, put him on the fucking cover.
And don't get me wrong, I'm still grateful as shit that that's what went down. Because if anything, Trump would have
they
silently
also-
been sending supplies to Russia
They
because
also-
of how deep and hard he was on
Yo.
fucking Putin's cock.
You know they also made that cover fucking a year before the election even ended. They
Probably
already
did it
had
before Biden was the front runner.
Yeah, like they already had it waiting in like a fucking cold storage vault or some shit. It's just like we just saved it. They just saved it into their Google Cloud Drive and was just like, okay, we're gonna just save this here. It's gonna keep this in case if he wins, we have a cover we want to use. If he doesn't, well, then it's gonna be a pretty boring news day. So I mean, so yeah, sanctions, yes. So
Yeah, Swift.
Yeah, Swift. So Russia is just something, I guess, like some of the notes that I wrote down. Russia is also poised to be ejected from Swift, which is an interface that is used by thousands of financial institutions to send secure messages and payment orders. And I also wrote, ejecting a whole country from the system is also considered the big red nuclear button of economic sanctions. You're essentially just taking this entire country out. A pretty big fucking country, mind you. Geographically speaking, it's a fucking big ass country. Out of the world market, essentially. World economy, essentially. Yeah, like you're just taking them out of the world economy. And I mean, economically, Russia's is pretty much a pariah state at this point. Politically and even geopolitically, it's already a pretty big pariah state. It was kind of already going to that direction over the last couple years. And places even like Switzerland, who have been historically neutral, have been saying that no date has been given, but they have said on the news that they will be freezing Russian assets within their country. So, if you could even get the Swiss out of their neutrality bubble and go and intervene in any way, shape, or form, that's a... Dude, like, this guy has made an enemy of the world.
I need to read this too, like adding on to what you said. You wrote that there was an address made by the Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov to try and justify Russia's military-based aggression in front of the UN Human Rights Council. Dennis, is this right? You read this, in which more than 140 diplomats just got up and left?
Yeah. There's a fucking there's a news footage. Yeah, this happened I think either today or yesterday, but like they just had like it was at first shot of the entire like it's the room that they were essentially having the press conference at. And literally just I think a couple seconds or minutes in, all these diplomats just all got up and left. Like just 140 plus just all got up and left. And I think there was another footage afterwards where it was them coming down the hallway, literally even walking past security checkpoints, just a whole sea of them just getting the fuck out of there.
Wow.
And actions speak louder than words, especially in the political world and even in the diplomatic world. And this essentially, like, I don't know, do you really need a clearer message from the international community? Like, how much more of a clearer message do you need that nobody believes your bullshit anymore?
You've got to bring Russia into the future this way, man. I mean, like, again, like, what was that epic rap battles of history lyric from Gorbachev? That one that makes me laugh every single time. He's like, assholes made a mess and the war got cold. Shook hands with both Ronald, Reagan and McDonald's. That shit gets me. If your name rhyme with in, time to get out. I love that shit. Because I had the balls to let Baryshnikov dance, player. Tore down that wall like the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that birthmark, though. I'm looking at a picture. This is
Did someone say birthmarks?
So he was the last president of the Soviet Union from 1990 to 1991. And
I'm just saying, man. Like,
he was an interesting fucking guy, to say the least. I'll just say that much. He's
old shit, man. People are just done with that, you know? The Russian people don't fucking want this. Again, 1,000. From the last report that I've seen, over 1,000 Russian citizens arrested for protesting it. Like, dude, like, this guy, like, did this guy, like, have a fucking... Did Putin just fucking see Stalin come to him in, like, a dream and just told him that, like, you will be the new reincarnation of me, and going in, like, just be the new fucking...
This guy really probably woke up in a fever dream, and he's like, I gotta invade the Ukraine!
Yeah, exactly. That's
and, like, just, like, called up his general staff, like, yo, call up the generals, we gotta fucking plan this shit, like, now.
And it ain't even just, like, you know, the geopolitical stuff either. Y'all want something that, you know, I guess is more... not practical, what's the word I'm looking for? More, not necessary, quote-unquote, or a little less political, even though it is. Let's talk about FIFA, and how, like, you know, the fucking entire Russian soccer team has been, I believe, banned from competing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the NHL completely suspending all business relations with Russia. And, unsurprisingly, and I guess this is not to sound like stereotypically here, a lot of American, you know, NHL players are Russian of descent. You know, like a lot of them come here from there and shit like that, as well as
yeah, there's a lot of Russian and Ukrainian expats that live here,
exactly,
especially in the tri-state area.
Yeah, so it's not even just that. Oh, and let's talk about I forgot her fucking name, but I was actually watching this live as it went down. Actually, I've grown a bigger appreciation for the Olympics a little bit. A lot of the events are still boring as fuck, don't get me wrong, but I obviously respect the importance of them. I was watching the figure skating stuff live, because figure skating's fucking incredible. You know, like, I appreciate
comes once every 4 years. Like, that's the only time we're gonna watch it. So I mean,
appreciate the art. You know, nobody watches, like, you know, like the fucking qualifiers, like in like you know, in like fucking, you know, Alaska or like Washington State, whatever.
We're not trying to make fun of figure skaters, but it really is true, guys. You're like gymnasts in that respect. We're not trying to go out of our way to watch like qualifiers for gymnasts or like for gymnastics. Like, it's literally, if we see it during the Olympics, that's when we're gonna watch it, and then after that, we're never gonna go out of our way to watch it again. It's just how it is. It's like
nobody gives a shit.
It's just like soccer. It's just like soccer here in the United States, unless you're like, you know, either a Latino or like European. We don't really give a fuck, man. Like, we don't care. Like, I mean,
but anyway,
yeah. It's just
the Russian one. Poor thing. She was a fucking teenager, too. This young girl. It's like some of them are really young.
Yeah.
She tested positive for illicit substances. For illegal substances, and like, you know what I mean, like performance enhancing drugs. And it just, the commentators, the tone, and the professionalism in the way that they handled that situation, as like an amateur fucking commentator myself, was amazing, because the other skaters were just crying because the integrity of the competition was fucking destroyed. The Russian woman, she was crying too, because I would bet fucking dollars to donuts she didn't even want to take that shit. I'm willing to bet that she didn't even want to fucking take that shit. She was probably forced to, if I'm being honest. Probably by the adults around her, who like probably just led her down on that kind of path, because she was miserable. She didn't look like she was crying because she got caught. She looked like she was crying because, like, even during her fucking performance, because she performed so well too, she just bawled at the end of it because she knew it didn't fucking matter because she was disqualified. It's like the whole thing was just fucking tits up. It was awful to watch live in motion. That's another thing. Russia can't stop fucking drugging their athletes. I believe they're still banned from the normal Olympics. The summer ones.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, I believe they're still banned from that shit. Like, years later after their scandals broke out. It's like, dude.
Dude, they think it's still like Rocky IV, where they have to like create.
That's what I'm saying. Everything he touch, he destroys. It's like, they just, holy shit, the fucking government or like the people involved in these games, they just have no fucking integrity, and it sucks.
I just imagine like a fucking like tiny petite ass like Russian figure skater goes up to like another contestant. He's like, I must break you. And she goes up to the ring.
Hey man, that bitch has got knives on her feet. I'm not.
Like you can't fuck with that. So that is true.
You know what I mean? So like on that scale too, you know, like they've been like receiving these kind of sanctions, not even just as far as economical goes. It's like just fuck. It's just everybody is just like indirectly, and thank God it's indirectly rather than direct, because again, nobody wants this to escalate. You know, old Sleepy Bo even doesn't want it to escalate, as they say. And you know, the reaction was predictable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
It's just fucking man. It's like these sanctions. It's like I knew they were gonna hit, and I knew this is how these things were gonna go down. I knew that countries, at the very least for now, weren't gonna try to escalate this, or like, let's send ground forces here and there, and then this country sends ground forces, and this one all of a sudden we have World War III over this tiny little conflict between two countries. Not a tiny little conflict.
But like also because
let me rephrase that.
Yeah. Like it is a foreign conflict for us.
That's what I'm saying. So why would every country in the world have to be involved in it on a physical like plane like that?
The one comparison that I kept hearing about was like how people were drawing comparisons low key about Germany's invasion of Poland in 1939. And people all thought too, like, oh, like, you know, why should we intervene in that respect? But here's the thing.
Not a one-to-one comparison.
But that's the thing, though. As far as the whole World War II example, at least for 1939, Poland was an ally of the United Kingdom and France at the time. In that respect, they were, diplomatically speaking, binded to also fight with them in that conflict. They had to.
Right.
But the case of the Ukraine, they just gave in their application to the EU. They're not part of the EU yet. They're not part of NATO. They're not part of the alliance that we have with Europe as far as trying to... That whole alliance too, NATO, was made to stop and stymie Russian, well, at the time, Soviet Russian aggression around that time.
And that happened like immediately post World War II, where they just rebranded the current one that they had. What was it called again? Something with an O. Wasn't OSS, because I know that was basically like the CIA at the time. Because I don't remember like the original global global conglomerate of countries, basically, like the original NATO, the original UN, the one that pre-World War II. I forget what it was called, but I do know this: they rebranded itself after World War II because like it was literally the day after the fucking war ended, like America and Russia became fucking mortal enemies.
Yeah,
and
which everyone knows of, like
which everyone knows that, but it's. Whew.
And funny enough too,
historical out here.
Yeah, I even read up too that like after the Soviets essentially dissolved and when they fell, NATO essentially everyone just kind of was like, a lot of the nations kind of were, okay, so I mean like Soviet Union's gone, so like we don't have to have crazy defense spending right anymore to like keep up these armies and shit. Because after Russia basically disappeared, or I mean not Russia, but like when the Soviet Union disappeared, a lot of them kind of had a lax attitude afterwards, thinking, oh, I mean, well, our public enemy number one, our international public enemy number one, no longer exists, and Russia is a republic, is an actual republic now. We don't really need to like go crazy with our spending now. I mean, you kind of have, I think, not really a USSR 2.0, which is like, I think is stupid to say, but you have a non-friendly geographical and political entity in Russia now with all this. And somebody was even saying that like Putin has done more to unite the West against him in the span of 5 days than in the last like couple of years. As far as like every one of these countries like diplomacy was concerned, he did more to unite them than they themselves, which is fucking nut. Like even Germany is upping their defense spending, which I mean a lot of people were memeing hard on and just were being like, yeah, should we be kind of scared? Last time Germany upped their defense spending, everyone kind of suffered.
What do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna be like, JK, we were Nazis the whole time. Like as soon as they had money, and then the Fourth Reich starts,
they like take off their like clothes that they had on and just have like Nazi regalia.
That would make sense. I mean, hey, like their laws against that shit is, understandably way stricter than anyone else, especially in video games. Even in American video games, I don't believe you're allowed to show a swastika anymore. Instead, they show what was the cross called?
The Iron Cross.
The Iron Cross. Thank you. They're allowed to show the Iron Cross, and that's for me. That's evidently displayed in the Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies maps, like the remastered ones. No, I'm serious. No. Listen. In fucking in Black Ops 1, what happened is that like in Black Ops 3, which is like considered like the best zombies game, they released a huge DLC called Zombies Chronicles of full remasters of like all the Black Ops 1 maps.
Okay.
Except for 5 Call of the Dead and like Dead Ops Arcade and stuff like that. And so Kino der Toten, which is one of the maps, which is set in an abandoned Nazi theater, you can see when you play Black Ops 1, the original version of it, like there's swastikas everywhere, but when you play the new one, which came out in 2015, it's the Iron Cross everywhere instead. So, but in Germany specifically, that shit's really strict. Like they ban you from like talking about it, right? Like about like Nazism. Like I remember that old fucking Family Guy gag where they're going on that fucking tour, like Brian and Stewie are on like that fucking tour. It's like, and he's like reading the book. It's like, excuse me, sir. I'm reading the history book here, and it's completely blank between the years of 1933 and 1945. Why is that just crossed out and then he just yells at him?
Funny enough, too, like of the two belligerents, at least within World War II, that everyone remembers, Germany is one country that doesn't forget. They have never forgotten, and the world has also never let them forget. But everyone always, when they speak of Japan's war crimes, no one ever brings them up. No one ever brings up the rape of Nanking. No one ever brings up like all the heinous shit that they did across Asia. Why? Because anime titties, that's why. And also...
What?
Look, I'm being serious. When it came to a lot of like shit... No, I'm being serious. Because like when it comes to a lot of the shit that Japan did over the years, especially even before World War II even began, like they did some really like barbaric shit over there. And it makes even like a lot... Like I think any sort of person like would just go wide-eyed at some of the shit they did. And I mean... Everyone also remembers the most famous of it all, the rape of Nanking. Literally, nobody forgets about it. And especially even for Koreans too, like, and all like the like sort of imperialism we were under when it came from Japan. Like Korea was essentially a colonial possession of Japan from 1910 to 45. So 35 years we were essentially just like not even a country, essentially. And Japan loves to gloss over a lot of the stuff they did in World War II, like especially in the history,
like
in their history books.
I mean, this is obviously, I mean, it's like a, not a biopic, but obviously a World War II miniseries. What it was, I remember the Pacific. That was when I first learned about like the taunting that they did after they died, how they like cut like the dead Marines' cocks off and put them in their mouths. Like put them in the body's mouths. I didn't even know they did that. I didn't know that was a thing. They didn't teach me that in high school.
Yeah, there was this one story just fucking sticks with me. This Japanese submarine essentially found 2 American servicemen, and they strapped them to their submarine and then just submerged with the guys still strapped onto the fucking submarine.
That's grim.
That I mean, look, Americans also had war crimes too. We bombed the shit out of France, like literally before D-Day. Like we all have our fair share, especially even everyone remembers also the Dresden bombing.
And recently too, like this was literally like last year or a couple of months ago or whatever, when that general literally admitted like, yeah, we killed like some kids in this fucking drone strike.
Yeah.
Or whatever that this happened, which is weird because they're usually very like more.
No, we don't do that shit.
Exactly,
no.
But this guy straight up said like, yeah, it was an accident, but straight up that's what this drone strike did.
That is accountability, and I like that.
At the very least, yeah, it's accountable, but it's like I feel like the whole term precision drone strike.
It's not very precise.
It's pretty bullshit.
Yeah, it's not very precise.
I think that's bullshit. Because I'll be honest, not even that, but even the Russian side, that one video I saw of that Russian jet attacking that fucking Ukrainian neighborhood, fired 2 missiles, one of them completely fucking missed. One of them completely fucking missed. That shit went AWOL. And then the other one was different. I couldn't even listen to that with the sound on because apparently there were probably like just children screaming and shit. It's fucking awful. I believe 16 children have died so far as a result of this conflict.
And I even wonder too.
This is why I said what I said that made my friend upset. That's why I called Putin a pussy. That's why I said it. Because like
at the very least, Zelensky is less of a pussy than fucking Putin because this guy's actually there.
Yeah, this guy's
like he's actually there.
Ground.
He's not in a fucking bunker nowhere. Like this guy's at Kiev. So call that as what you make that of it as you will. But I mean, I don't know. Like if I was Ukrainian, I'd be proud to be this that this guy's my president. And I think that goes without saying across the board. Like everyone's saying, like, yo, I want to. It's so funny how people like simp for like certain people. This is like, yo, I would suck this guy's
internet's
cock.
fucking reaction.
Yeah.
To everything.
It's fucking hilarious. Like some of these people, it's fucking ridiculous. But I think also, yeah, like I also just think too, like Putin was really hoping that this war, like that the Ukraine would like just collapse in and on itself, like within a day. But he had no idea that like he would be getting into into the meat grinder that essentially it is. And I don't know. This is Wikipedia, so I'm not trying to like, let's say this is like 100% factual, but Russians are saying that they only have lost 2 soldiers and 6 injured. I'm just going off of Wikipedia, but. And according to the Ukrainians, they're saying that we have killed, like there have been 5,710 casualties and 200 captured, equipment loss and all that. Like thing everyone could like read that on their own. I guess you know Wikipedia is like right there for you, but like it's insane how Russia are saying that we've only lost 2 guys. And
if you're gonna make a lowball number, make it something believable. Are you
Russians are Supermen? They don't die. We just shot ourselves. Like those 2 guys shot themselves and killed themselves. That's how they died. Ukrainian bullets don't kill Russians.
Oh my God.
Russian bullets kill Russians.
There's no way that's actually what they fucking said.
I mean, here's the thing though too. Russian people, I know for a fact, do not believe this. They cannot. They probably do not believe this. Like,
of course not.
If that was the case, that this fucking invasion would have been done like yesterday. Or 2 days ago, if anything.
That's what I was thinking the exact same thing. Holy fuck.
Yo, that's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned about anything. This seems like an in-house thing, especially since things are dealt with sanctions in this way, and obviously the risk of mutually assured destruction. But do you actually think this prick is going to start World War III? At least now.
Even now, I think it's a bit of a tricky question. Because
I'm asking that on behalf of some listeners because a lot of people get really scared watching this shit, which is why, you know, you see a lot of those accounts of like people who live in Rhode Island or, you know, Kentucky or whatever saying, stay safe, everyone, and this and that. When in retrospect, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, like war can be scary, but this is, again, it's on the other side of the world. It still feels a little virtue signally to me, which again, like Dennis said, is hypocritical because we're out here talking about it as well, but that's because Dennis is a historian and obviously it's current events, which is... Truth be told, we're not a current events podcast, but we do talk about
stuff. It depends on the current events. If it's like funny and it's like something we can make fun of, then yeah. But like at least in
like
this case,
if we pull it up and it's like Lindsay Lohan's ass 2 inches wider in diameter, then like hell yeah, we're gonna talk about that. That's funny.
AOC comes out as like an actual full blown BDSM artist.
That's what I would make a whole episode about that because I would just be like, I know it,
I knew it, I knew who pegged me.
It still hurts sometimes when I think about it.
So, I think just to wrap up, I even feel like it's like the West's reaction. I think to this whole thing, even just like the international community in general, not just the West, I think has been exactly kind of what I hoped for, in the sense that they would condemn this war, they would condemn the Russian government, and not the Russian people. Yo, even Ukrainians who are capturing these Russian soldiers, like literally almost every day it seems, aren't like hanging them up from a fucking lamppost or some shit. Like they're not making examples out of these guys.
Like none of that fucking Lubyanka shit where they'll like you know, they like chain you up and like, you know, jock shock you and shit.
Yeah, like it, because a lot of them, at least from the videos that I've seen, and perhaps I'm also maybe just getting a pretty like a skewed view of it, but a lot of them are kids. They're like just out of high school fucking kids, like 18-year-olds and shit. And a lot of them have no idea what the fuck is going on because a lot of them haven't even been told by their general staff or anybody. So like a lot of them also had no idea that this was a fucking military operation either. Which, I mean, perhaps they're playing dumb. I don't know, but it's really unfortunate because it's like that age-old quote that everyone always like talks about, where young kids are the ones to go die for old men's wars. And for a lot of these guys, like they literally have no fucking idea. A good number of them, perhaps, like, I have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They don't know why they're even here. A lot of them just straight up thought, oh, it's just gonna be like a military exercise. We're just gonna be here on the border and just like kind of, you know, train some drills and shit and get the fuck out of here afterwards. No one thought that they were literally mobilizing on the fucking front lines except for the generals. I mean, not really nobody. I am speaking in like absolutes here, but
yeah, it's
just like I think like, you know, I feel bad for the Russian people. Yeah, like as David said, because
I hate that shit.
It really is just like, you know, it's unfortunate too that like a lot of these like young ass kids and even people like who are speaking out against this war, like a lot of them are just getting like rounded up, mass arrested. Like even news companies like and outlets have been shut down over this because they're speaking out against it. And like I think at the very one of the few good things that at least the war has kind of shown is that, you know, Russia, I mean, people already felt it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of like even our State Department and even like our intelligence agencies all kind of knew that Russia ain't exactly a friendly entity for the West. But I think now it's just been solidified with this conflict and what we've been seeing. And I feel as if maybe perhaps now we could have a bit more of a united front in the future. Because I'm hoping if the Russian if like the Ukrainian meat grinder like kills it feels terrible to say this, but like if the war drags on long enough that essentially maybe perhaps elements within the Russian government basically just kind of tell Putin like, I think enough is enough, because like, dude, it's been like day 30 of this shit and we've lost like, I don't know, maybe at that point 30, 40, 50,000 Russian soldiers to this fucking thing. Like, considering the current disparity of numbers with the casualties at this moment. Yeah. Like, maybe they'll at least, like, maybe they'll shoot him in the head. I don't know. Like, it's just, like, fucking off him at that point. It's like, dude, like, no, like, just end it, like, now. Like, just
far
like,
away from the battlefield as they are, though.
They have, like, a coup d'etat or something that, like, essentially, like, gets rid of him. I don't know. Maybe.
Didn't both sides say they were willing for diplomacy at this point? Like, aren't some
but
of them
it was
already
just,
in talks?
it was just for, like, show.
Was it really?
In my opinion, because
that's
at that very moment, I read up that there was a huge column of Russian army units that were heading closer towards like those areas. So how are you going to have a diplomatic talk when you're also still having troop movements? So doesn't really work in that respect, in my opinion. So I truly feel any sort of like diplomatic overtures that the Russian government are going to try to have aren't really going to be in good faith. And again, and I preface this by saying, like, specifically, it's the Russian government that is the enemy. It's not your everyday fucking Russian that you know. Like, they're not fucking, like, don't let this get crazy how it did during World War II when we were rounding up Japanese people and fucking throwing them into camps because we literally thought that they were like disruptive foreign elements. That's one of the few like bad things that I like have to give as a demerit to FDR in that respect. And the US government eventually did, like, you know, obviously apologize for that afterwards, but like, you know, that was like fucking years later. It was not right after the war ended.
What was it, like $10,000 or whatever? That they gave out, some pitiful...
Barely, like some pittance for all these people suffering and their like loss of property and shit. I mean, that's not gonna happen with Russians, obviously, even in the States, but like, just remember that the true enemy is the fucking government. It's not the fucking everyday people. The everyday people in Russia don't even want it. They don't even want this war. Like, none of them, I feel as if in their heart of hearts, really even want this. And a lot of people also, like, you know, a lot of those same Russians, they have family close ties and relations to Ukrainians too. So like trying to pit brother against brother in that respect, like, you know, how are you going to have anyone on board for a conflict like that? Like, it's the same, like, can't really compare it, I guess, but like even for Koreans too, like, you know, after the Korean War and such, like we still have bad blood in that sense, but in that war we ended up hating each other, and we each one of them consider themselves the true Korea, like, oh, North Korea, best Korea, like that type of shit. But like we have like our same language, we have like same cultural roots and stuff, but at least for the Russian and the Ukrainians, it's just like one of those things where like they do have a lot of shared history. They do have also a lot of bad blood between the two of them over like at least the last like couple of 100 years. Like they're even before Stalin, like during the times of the Tsar, they had like their language essentially banned from even being spoken or taught in 1804. So like their relationship is very complicated, and like I feel as if for anyone trying to learn about this, they should at least read even a Wikipedia article about Ukrainian and Russian relations, even dating back a couple of 100 years, because it gives you the sort of basis on to know like what their relationship is kind of like. Because like, Russia's always been like that sort of big bully, big country, like, you know, me gobble up small countries because we can. It's always been like that kind of country for the like ever since its inception to even present day. So that's like the sort of relationship that they have. And I think we're gonna like wrap it up here, but I honestly, like, I think it goes without saying, like, you know, I do support all of the men, women, and children that are fighting in the Ukraine right now. And, you know, if I know y'all got that Tesla internet now because Musk sent that Starlink to y'all. So if you do fucking find our podcast amidst all that fucking shit that you're going through, like, just let them, I guess, let anyone who knows, like, know that two dumbasses from fucking America at least do, you know, support what you guys are doing. And we can't do much more than this. So, like, and it pains me to know that because I'm a broke ass college student. I'm a broke ass post grad, but I guess at the very least, like, I think it goes without saying, like, what our thoughts would be on that. So if anything, you know, anyone who is out there listening to this shitty ass podcast, like, stay safe if nothing else. So that's my 2 cents. David?
Yeah, I just really don't like what you said, you know, about high schoolers or people who are just right out of high school being at that shit, because you're absolutely right. And it makes me sad because, like, you know, actually a lot of people at my work, a lot of people recently, the MBS crew from local Tri-State Smash, I believe, a lot of them were all just hanging out with each other in the American Dream Mall, actually. Mm-hmm. And they found out that I worked there because they saw me, and they all looked older. One of them had their girl with them. They were all smiling, you know, having, like, just hanging out with each other at the mall. They asked me to do my sales pitch for them. They asked me who my least favorite commentator in Tri-State was. Mm-hmm. They myself. I told them ding ding. They told me all what was it? I told them, like, all sorts of different things about, like, how I feel about the structure of commentary and stuff like that. I told them I would see them at Collision since I'm pretty much past all the demons, or most of the demons that were holding me back from Smash Brothers. And now they all just seem to be having such a good time, and they genuinely cared about what I had to say and remembered who I was, or, you know, and like I said, they all looked older too. It's like they've all just grown, and, like, I think to myself that, like, this is what high schoolers should be doing. They should be hanging out, being young and stupid, and falling in love, and experiencing, you know, the world from what we have here, not on being lied to be on the front lines of something that would not even benefit them in any way, shape, or form, let alone be good for their mental state or their physical state or their well-being, just because some old shrimp-dicked asshole wants more power.
Him and his cronies. That's the thing.
Him and his cronies, yeah, and that's what tilts me the most, because they all just gathered around my kiosk and we were all just catching up and having so much fun, and I'm like, that's what they should be doing, not out here fucking dying for some stupid bullshit like that. So
yeah, like running into a forest and getting ticks like on them, like stupid shit like that.
Exactly. That's a very weird, specific example, but yeah, I mean, sure. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Like
so.
you gotta go out there and live. This like for them, especially those young kids that are in the army, like in the Russian army specifically. Yeah, like it's no way to live.
Kind of makes you think that maybe this Putin guy doesn't give a shit about the future of his people.
Oh no, of course not.
Makes you think, don't it? We're done.
Let me also say it. Most world leaders don't give a fuck about their country.
I know.
I really think so. Except for this guy in Ukraine. Except for him, literally. Like, he's the only one who I've seen, like, who truly gives a fuck. Or at least who's been in the news, in the limelight long enough that, like, I'm like, oh, wow, this guy actually gives a fuck about his people. Like, he's actually, like, he was fucking wearing a bulletproof vest. Like, what the fuck? Like, and his staff, too, were all with him. It's fucking nuts to think about for a world leader in 2022.
Yep. It is very nuts.
You're not gonna see no Bo Jiden with no fucking helmet and like fucking vest out in like Iraq if he was there. Hell no.
Whatever flavor ice cream he wants.
He ain't going.
Where the Haagen-Dazs is at this place.
No. I think low key though, like Ukrainians, honestly, like they're just made of different stuff, man. Like
they're
scary ass people. You do not want to fuck with them.
They are simply built different.
Built different. Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Well,
that's today's episode. Here's our links.
Yeah.
Bit of a somber note. We know.
Our socials.
Bit of a somber note.
Well, next week we'll be back with our regularly scheduled debauchery. Hopefully.
Unless anything else develops in the next 5 days
what I'm
about this whole thing.
Yeah, like unless something else develops about this conflict that also induces another almost hour and a half episode of the Double D Experience.
Literally, I feel as if we should just do the ding 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 thing as we start the next episode. If we are gonna go on about it. And here's your news at 11 with 2 Ds.
It's Double D's at 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Hopefully they're not in Russia because we have breaking news.
Or here with the D's.
Because
they shouldn't be.
I'm going to be real.
Where the fuck are your parents?
Real, like, if we really wanted to, we could be the most, like, cursed ass, like, news outlet if we really wanted to.
Oh,
like, if we had no soul, I would, like, just say, David, let's just be worse than QAnon and just see all like the fucking followers like flow in. Because honestly, it'd be so easy. But we also
Biden injects he injects right wingers into his butthole to increase the strength of his poop because he wants to shit out like the people that brought him up. It's true. It's true actually. Also Oprah is actually Tom Hanks' mom. And
it's like also for some reason the guy's also like and also Kamala be a little dummy thick. Just wanted to say that real quick. Like she ain't my type of woman, but she has the figure.
Kamala Harris is actually grinding up children into smoothies and drinking them because she hears that it increases the length of her thighs. It's true. I swear to God. You just gotta do a little research, bro. You just gotta do a little research.
They bring like this expert on it, and like it's just like a guy like kind of cloaked in darkness, and he just has his voice is distorted. It's like, yeah, as you could see, like he has like that fake ass robot Darth Vader ass voice. He's just like, I saw it myself. I was part of the White House staff. I saw Kamala like get Obama's children and throw them inside the grinder. It really happened.
Oh my god. Bro. Malia and Sasha, the new ones, are not who you think. They are actually androids. Oh. Things are not exactly as they seem.
Dun, 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 dun.
Double D News is the only reliable outlet.
But on the real,
Everyone go subscribe to their channel now. For the truth.
Are you
No more.
red-pilled or blue-pilled? You decide.
but also, guys, real quick on the real, hate the Russian government. Don't hate the Russian people.
Yes.
I'm just gonna end it on that.
Yep. Here's our socials. We have our Twitter, our Twitter, our Instagram, not our Facebook, because that's not a thing. It's the boomer platform that starts insurrections. And yeah, if you like the show, go ahead and we're available wherever you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Radio Public, Breaker, Anchor, all that good stuff. Whatever you'd like to listen to us on is good with us. So we hope you enjoyed. Also youtube.com/Nintoonist as well. If you want to go ahead and give us subscribe to the channel there as well, it really helps us out in any way that you can.
Yeah, please, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and also share with anyone that you like.
That's the big one, sharing.
All your friends and family, please, share this shitty podcast with them and have them hear two dumbasses talk about a war that they barely even know anything about. But on the real, please, share to all your families and friends about us. And also, yeah, check out the Instagram and Twitter again and get live meme coverage of the war from me.
We are done. Dennis, switch the lights off.
Holy shit, it's Putin!
Genius.